All right, well, here we are on this beautiful, lovely day up on the frying tower. It's a little bit early this morning, but that doesn't bother me because there's nobody else out here right now to wake up but me. So I came out to the tower yesterday, and I've got some volunteers trying to come out today, but I honestly don't know if they're going to make it. The winds are already 17 knots, and when the winds blow, the waves follow. What that really means, if you've not been on the ocean, is that after the wind is blown for a while, the waves will build and build, and when they've built up enough, you don't want to be on the ocean in a boat. That's just not smart. I've got emergency locator beacon on this hip, and I've got radio here, shortwave, so I can talk to folks on land if I need to. Marine band radios in the tower, and of course we have this thing called the internet. The most important thing I have right now is I just opened up the vacuum canister from black powder. Get myself some coffee this morning and get going. I've got it set up on the helipad so that I can go ahead and do some of the solar panels that go on the helipad on the north side. It's actually right above us, kind of hanging out over the water over there. That way is north, by the way. But I really can't do them because those are like big panels, and those big old sheets, if the wind catches them, well, they'll either pull out of my hands and break or fling me off the side of the tower. So I may end up doing a little bit of inside welding and work on some underwater cameras for deploying later on. It all just depends on what we can get done. All right, Grumpy, while I'm walking them around and checking on the batteries, make me some coffee. So we're operating currently just off of battery power. Out on the tower in the last couple weeks, we've had the ability to store up some juice in our batteries. Look at that wind, 17 knots. I don't have the heat on inside, but it's 66 degrees. It's very comfortable in here. Computer, turn on the net bulb. We got a little bit of light for later, so you can see what's going on. There we go. Now let's work our way through the dark. Try not to trip on anything. Into the battery room. You can see we've got some stuff in process. I need to finish some painting across here. Our batteries, well, they're doing what they're supposed to. They've got a little juice using down in them. Currently, our EG4s, yeah, that one's at 71%. Now, the cool thing about lithium batteries from Signature Solar is that these lithiums, they will produce right down to 0%. Then they manage themselves, same as the battery in your laptop or your phone would. You think nothing to run in your phone completely dry because you know it'll recharge, because it's smart enough to know how to do that. It's the same thing with all these batteries we've got set in here right now from Signature Solar. When I get the Victron inverters hooked up and I get additional setup on the wires coming in for the solar panels, you can see it's literally raw right now, then we will have enough juice coming in here in the dead of winter to be able to power the entire facility. That's amazing. Matter of fact, we have enough juice I can leave the light on right there right now and it'll be just fine. So I'm going to walk through here. Didn't get a chance to play any pool last night, but there's always this afternoon if the volunteers make it here. I can smell that coffee. It smells good. I will turn off this hallway light. And let's check this out. So today, rule number 1, don't get hurt. Don't fall off. Rule number 2, make sure I'm able to get those guys out on the hoist when they get here. The batteries actually provide enough power for us to hoist them all the way up here without any issue at all. The hoist is a 240 volt system that will lift up to 1 ton. But practically speaking, even though let me give you a comparison. If you had a car or a truck of X amount of horsepower, well, it should be able to do X amount of work, but we all know that vehicles don't always put out as much power as they say they would. Batteries don't always last as long as you think they should. So we get a very practical, real life understanding of what you can do out here. Because if it doesn't work out here, lights go out. That is a good tasting cup of coffee. Let's go on in the other room and I'll show you what I'm going to read up to get smart on. Right in here, I've got some of the operating manuals for the Victron equipment, the charge controllers and whatnot. And realistically, it's really important that I understand fully how to operate these things. Now, I'm not a genius, I'm just an average Joe, and I will tell you it's important for just your average guy. Read the manual, dude. Once you go through this and actually see what it has to say, you can actually save yourself a lot of trouble. Configurations, safety warnings. The way that the systems are configured up there, we actually have about right under 400 volts coming through the wires. The higher the voltage, the smaller the diameter of the wire that's necessary, which is kind of helpful because we're running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 banks of panels. Each of them will be nearly 400 volts. So it's important to A, don't lick the wire, B, use the right equipment, circuit breakers, etc. Well, I'm going to get started on reading up on my material, and I'll check in with y'all later. Hey, please remember, you can help support the tower by going online and picking yourself up your own frying pan tower shirt to celebrate our 60th anniversary. You can join the raffle, and if you do win on the raffle, it's for you and 3 of your friends, total of 4. Come up here for 5 days, 4 nights. Come out by helicopter or boat. Have a private chef. What else can you do? Drink coffee with me. Go deep sea fishing, scuba diving, swim around the bottom, or just relax on the helipad. It's an amazing trip, and I gotta tell you, the previous award winners just loved it. If you don't win the grand prize, there's still the monthly day trip winners. That's right, every month we're gonna pull a day trip winner for 2 people to come out on the 33-foot tournament edition of Onslow Bay, and it's actually driven by none other than Aaron, the qualified captain. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? Bottom line, you're helping the tower. You're helping us restore the tower and making it structurally strong, make it so we can help protect the mariners around here, and also pass it on to the future. You guys are the future. Thanks again. Back to my coffee. Time to study. School starts. Let's see. What am I going to learn today? You still here? Go buy a shirt. Grab a cup of coffee. We need your help. Setup options. Option number 1. Go get your reading glasses. See y'all. Take care.